6 wholesome moments from Michael Schumacher's career. It was Michael Schumacher's 52nd birthday recently, and what better way to celebrate him as a person than to highlight some amazingly wholesome moments from his off-track career. He was the bad guy to some fans, with a few controversial racing moments he had over the years, but this video will hopefully prove to you what a genuinely great person he is. Charity work. It's well documented that Schumacher was incredibly generous with his charitable donations over the years. Speaking to F1 magazine, Schumi once said, "It's great if you can use your fame and the power your fame gives you to draw attention to things that really matter." As well as working with the FIA on road safety campaigns and taking part in charity football matches, Schumacher also made several personal donations to organisations totalling tens of millions. He was appointed as the UNESCO champion for sport back in 2002 in recognition for his contribution to the charity's education fund for younger people. In this role, Schumacher supported projects worldwide in locations such as Senegal, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Peru and Sri Lanka. These projects included a palace for the poor in Peru, in which he funded the construction. The building catered for homeless street children while also giving them food, education and medical treatment access. His cameo in Cars. Who doesn't love the movie Cars? Many racing fans were left shocked to discover that Michael Schumacher's voice even makes a cameo in the Disney Pixar film. In the final scene, Schumacher voices himself as a talking Ferrari car as he visits a small independent tyre shop in the middle of a rundown desert town that Lightning McQueen had helped restore. The two owners of the store, Guido and Luigi, are both Italian and huge Ferrari racing fans, so can't quite believe their luck when Schumacher visits the tyre shop. If you haven't seen this movie, add it to your watch list over the F1 winter break. You won't regret it. Schumi as the Stig. Back in 2009, UK fans tuned into another episode of the hit BBC show Top Gear. It seemed to be a reasonably typical show. That was until the Stig made an appearance and had apparently told host Jeremy Clarkson he was tired of being anonymous and was willing to reveal his true identity. Upon removing the racing helmet, we couldn't believe our eyes that it was the legend himself, Michael Schumacher. Although this was just a bit of fun and Schumacher wasn't actually the Stig, it's really one of the funniest moments from the show, and lets us see Schumacher's sense of humour as he was willing to play along with the joke. Mentoring Vettel. It's clear as day how much of a fan Sebastian Vettel is of Michael Schumacher. Vettel had spoken to publications before about how his bedroom walls were plastered with Schumi posters growing up, and that he was his hero. He wasn't the only one. When Schumacher announced his retirement at the end of 2006, and with Vettel starting his F1 career just a year later, the two never got the chance to race together. That was until Schumacher announced his return to F1 in 2010 for another 3 seasons. It was a dream come true for Vettel, getting to race alongside his childhood hero, and has been vocal about what a mentor Schumacher was to him growing up in motorsport. Something Vettel was promised to do for Mick Schumacher, Michael's son, when he joins F1 this season. Pranking drivers. When Schumacher returned to racing in 2010, he joined the new Mercedes team alongside fellow compatriot Nico Rosberg. Rosberg, who would win the 2016 driver's title with Mercedes, revealed on his Beyond Victory podcast the mind game Schumacher played on him during their time as teammates. One example Rosberg gave was during the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying, when Schumacher deliberately locked himself in the Mercedes' only toilet so that Nico couldn't use it before the session. The panic Rosberg had, not being able to use the restroom, meant his calm state of mind has been severely disrupted and gave Michael the edge on track as a result. Although, now I'm saying this out loud, this particular example was definitely more gamesmanship than it was wholesome. As well as the mind games he would play on his teammates, Schumacher also made sure to pull the odd prank on his fellow drivers. Unfortunately for Rosberg, one quite public stunt put him as the target again during a press conference. With Schumacher and Vettel insisting he held the microphone closer to his mouth, Rosberg ended up deafening half the media and providing an utterly inaudible answer to a question. He quickly realised his mistake when Schumacher, Vettel and all the media burst out laughing. Rosberg can look back with a smile though, even leaving a comment on F1's video of the prank with a bunch of smiling emojis. Getting emotional matching Senna. After taking a win in front of the Tifosi at the 2000 Italian Grand Prix, Schumacher began to sob during a post-race press conference when told he had equalled a record set by Ayrton Senna. Overcome with emotion and exhausted after a grueling race, a journalist informed him that he had 41 wins to his name, making him equal second with Senna in the record books. "Do those records mean a lot to you?" the journalist asked. "Yes, they do mean a lot to me," Schumacher replied, before breaking down and crying in a rare display of emotion. There you have it, 6 wholesome moments from Schumi's career. Are there any we've missed out that you'd have put in this list? Let us know in the comment section below.